My name is Curtis Muhammad, and I grew up in Mississippi in the southern USA. I worked for 50 years as an organizer, as a freedom fighter. I started when I was 18 years old in a group called the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. We were the ones who fought for the right of black folks to vote in the United States. We were coming up when Che Guevara was coming, when Michael Manley was a young man, when Kwame Nkrumah was a young man, when Lumumba was a young man, when Steve Biko was talking about freedom in Southern Africa, when Nelson Mandela went to jail in Southern Africa. These are the years we're talking about. Oh, freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom over me. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free.
Yo pienso que son dos situaciones.
I think there are two situations here.
Dependiendo de la ubicación que uno tenga.
It depends where you are.
Porque uno es la gente del campo.
Because one is people in the countryside.
Y otro es la gente de la ciudad.
And the other is the people in the city.
Dos situaciones diferentes.
Two different situations here.
Pues pienso que en el campo llegar a estar en la situación sería.
I think that if we are in the countryside and that would happen.
Un intercambio. Sería un intercambio.
¿Cómo así?
O sea, intercambiar productos.
It will become a thing of exchanging products with one another. Plant and exchange with one another.
Productos intercambiarlos para que haya un sostenimiento.
So that there is some sort of sustainability.
Y unirnos.
And uniting.
Y formar mingas.
To form mingas.
La prioridad tenemos que ver sería para el sostenimiento alimenticio, ¿no? Porque el carro.
And the priority would be obviously securing food first.
Daría tiempo.
Because cars and bicycles and all that can be after.
Pues es sorprendente uno darse cuenta pues que tenemos las herramientas dentro de nosotros mismos.
It is really surprising to me to realize that I have all the tools inside me.
Y es muy agradable pues que un hermano o unos hermanos que han vivido ese proceso.
It's very comforting to know the brothers and sisters that have lived that process.
Incentiven a despertar.
Are teaching people to awake.
Y poder pues como articular en hermandad todas esas cosas que sabemos, ese genio que tenemos dentro.
And be able to articulate collectively that genius that we have inside.
para un resultado en colectivo.
So that we can have a collective result, a collective outcome.
Es como lo chévere, pues, y pues como lo...
No,
¿Qué pasaste? Ya.
Ya.
lo malo es después.
Ya.
Time.
Bueno, yo creo que la propuesta de la escuela
I think the school proposal
muestra
is showing
unas estrategias y una ética
some strategies and an ethics
y algunos principios
and some principles
que pueden ser
that can be
ayudar a recuperar
that can help us to recover,
la actual degradación del movimiento de las comunidades negras en Colombia.
that can help us to recover the actual degradation of black community organizations in Colombia.
Sí, porque
Because
el proceso de 25 años que hemos trabajado
in the 25 years process that we have worked,
está perdido
is getting lost, it's lost
por la deshonestidad,
because of dishonesty
y por el cansancio de la gente que
and because
empezó
of
y que no
tiredness,
ha
because of
logrado
burning out,
y que no ha visto el avance de
that they haven't actually been able to see the advances.
Very good.
Y antes de ser esclavo, moriré enterrado.
Just some features of the school. One is we think everybody is equal. So we talk about racism and sexism up front.
Ok. Aquí un punto, el primer punto de la escuela es que creemos en la igualdad. Entonces se va a hablar de racismo y el sexismo, machismo.
And we do that in every school session, no matter what.
Abiertamente en todas las sesiones de la escuela.
Now, one of the reasons we do that, and you heard me mention it this morning, even though Africa is the mother of all people on the planet,
La razón por cual hacemos eso es porque, aunque sabemos que África es la madre tierra de todos,
and most people on the planet today have African blood in their veins.
y la mayoría de la gente del mundo de hoy en día tiene
Still,
sangre.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Wait, she hasn't finished translating. Toda la gente en el mundo tiene sangre.
Africano.
No.
He said no. You said all. I think she said more.
I'm being nice.
Bueno, que todos o algunos tengamos yo también.
Anyway, my point is, we're not talking, we talk about lifting African people up and making them our leaders, we're not talking about putting nobody else down.
Cuando decimos de que vamos a subir a la gente de piel oscura para que le lideren el proceso, no quiere decir que vamos a rebajar a nadie.
So that's why we have that discussion, so you get it right.
Entonces
We're talking about saving humanity.
Entonces vamos a seguir discutiendo hasta que lo entendamos. Estamos tratando de salvar la humanidad en eso.
And women are all of our mama.
Y las mujeres son nuestras mamás.
And they too are trampled on.
Y
Is that
ellas
right?
también las pisotean.
So isn't that amazing that we trample on our mamas?
Eso no es increíble que
So those are two subjects.
pisoteemos a nuestras madres.
So those are two subjects that will be on our agenda. You should know that.
Esos dos puntos van a ser muy fuertes en la agenda de la escuela.
The other main issue on our agenda is how do we make our communities self-sustaining? We're trying to train a core of organizers. who have the ability to go in a community, a very poor and oppressed community, and organize people to utilize their own gifts, skills, and talents and resources to rise above poverty and to be prepared to handle any kind of oppression that might come down the pipe. And then to go further, to be able to connect up with other communities where this happens, and to be able to spread this as a movement throughout the world, so that we get a network of communities that can take care of itself, that provides all of the resources it needs for survival: food, clothes, and shelter, transportation, communication, education, child care, health care, and energy. We think these are the basic ones. I'm sure there are other institutions that will evolve. Right now we are organizing in two countries with a potential of opening up 3 others. We're in Jamaica and we are in Colombia, but we've been visiting quite frequently Jamaica and Venezuela and Cuba, and we're going to Brazil this summer, and we got Bolivia on the list to go soon. We've also been to Peru, looking for these black communities that was formed by runaway slaves. All the communities we in are communities that come from the old anti-slavery movement. And what we're looking at is how to get these people to go back to what they learned, because we know when they ran away from slavery, they had no help from anyone except the people who hid them out on the way. So those communities they established before slavery ended in Canada, in Jamaica, in Haiti, in all over the Americas actually. You can find these palenques or these maroon communities where the slaves formed to survive. So the community that this film here is about is in Villarica, outside of Cali, Colombia. They just achieved their freedom in 1929. Slavery ended in this community. So we're doing 2 things. We're training people the knowledge we have, and we are collecting everywhere we go about how to take care of yourselves. And we are trying to find out how the people did it when they ran away from slavery. Because that is the only other time we know they had no aid from government, no aid from foundations, no grants, nothing. And they went in these bushes and cut down trees and built houses and farmed and raised food and built schools and just picked themselves up from their own will and resources. We're trying to train organizers to go in poor communities and do just that today by organizing the people and achieving agreements from them and the will to do the work and to do the study necessary to do these things for ourselves, and to make a worldwide movement of that. And once we have a movement of that, we believe we can eradicate poverty and oppression. The song is called This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let It Shine. And the idea was that in all of us is a light of freedom, and that when we stand up for freedom, we letting our little light shine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Say, ooh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.